I just don't know what to do anymore. I don't think I can keep this up. I want Charles to change, I do. He said he would, but he hasn't. I just don't think it's going to happen. When I kiss him now, I don't expect him to turn into a prince. It used to be that I would never have kissed a frog or let one sleep in my bed. I guess Charles changed that for me. I remember the first day we met. I was admiring the apple blossoms by the palace pond when my tiara fell into the water. It was my favorite one, and I was ever so upset. When I heard a little voice say, "I'll get it for you, princess," I looked down, startled, and saw Charles for the first time. I thanked him and told him that he was ever so kind. And then he said that I would have to let him live in my house and sleep in my bed? Well, I wasn't going to let that little frog lowball me, so I said sure. And when he came back with the tiara, I took it and ran home. Well, Charles, he just didn't take the hint, did he? He hopped all the way to the palace, and my parents said I had to keep my word. And that night, Charles slept in my bed. At first, I was just trying to forget that there was a frog in my bed. And then I thought, well, at least I'm not alone in the dark. It seemed strange just to lie there silently, so I started talking out loud. And Charles was such a good listener. After several nights of long talks, Charles started to tell me more about himself. He was so charming, and I soon found myself captivated. He told me of the evil spell that transformed him from the true prince he was, and my heart went out to him. I thought about how brave and handsome a prince he must have been, and so I kissed him. And nothing happened. As my brow furrowed and I set my mouth in disapproval of this con artist frog, Charles began to explain. Most spells work in groups of 3, he said, so surely this must be why it hadn't worked. Oh, how smart he was! How silly that I hadn't seen it! When there was no change on the 3rd night, Charles so cleverly pointed out that perhaps it was supposed to be 9 nights, which made sense, because after all, 9 was 3 times 3, and surely that must be powerful enough to break the spell. After the 9th night, the kiss was to be 3 seconds long, and the night after that, it was to be 3 minutes. After so many nights and still no change, Charles said that maybe I didn't mean it, that I didn't want him to turn into a prince. Offended, I tried harder. I desperately wanted him to see that I did want him to turn into the prince of my dreams. Charles kept me convinced for so long, he really did, but he's not changing, and I don't think I can take the constant disappointment. I want him to change. I do, but who knows, maybe I don't want it badly enough. Or maybe it's not me at all. Maybe Charles doesn't want to be a prince. Maybe Charles wants to stay a frog. But if he doesn't want to change, why bother? Why try convincing me to kiss him every night? Maybe he's hoping I'll change, but haven't I already? Every night I kiss a frog and let him sleep in my bed. But I think, even if he never changes, he'll always be my prince.